What up, guys? This is your boy Lagwanaf Endure, and I have to apologize for not putting up a new video for a while. Uh, something just happened to my family that took a while to get stuff straightened out, whatever. But it's still ain't straightened out now. But it is what it is. But I had to take a break and catch myself, and while doing that, also um, doing some stuff that I think will be good for my for the indoor channel in the future. Whatever, I've talked about it before, and I think I'm gonna push forward it because I've been while I was going through this situation. I got back in my studio, my home studio, got my keyboard back up. Shout out to Aniston for helping me buy that keyboard when I'm back as a birthday gift, which I didn't ask for it, but he did. And it is give me the keyboard, and I've been making beats and writing songs. Like literally from since my vacation I had last year with my wife, we had a that took a break and went out there and visit a friend of the channel trip. I've written about, I would say, about 40 songs, which is a lot really, but I've written about 40 to 50 songs on music and created about at least close to 70, 80 beats. Some are just not with music, but some of them are just like simple stuff. And the example of that, of course, would be if you saw you go to the jukebox, the last song I put up, which is me rapping on Smash Bros. Legacy. That's the name of the song, you know. And then the one Are We Good, and I put it out there and stuff. For my Sonic people, who that's the most watched video I have. I have look, I have nothing against Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania is a great game. I enjoy the hell out of it. But my favorite Sonic game soundtrack is Sonic Rush. That is so cool. That's good. And when I was in my little mode, I made a Sonic. I made a stage Act One, Act Two, two Sonic like Rush songs that could go on a Rush soundtrack. The difference is I didn't do samples like the guy did. I forgot it. The creator the producer did. My stuff is all original, but I'll put it on the channel sooner or later. But anyway, let's get into back to what I normally do. So right now we're gonna talk about this. Is 2K6, is ruining everything is everything wrong with modern gaming, and it's true. And I have to put another video, a caveat to that too. I have never played, and I am. Trust me, there's videos gonna be start coming up. This one right here is just because it's a comeback video. But I got other videos I want to bring up. And again, I won't be negative all the time, and I won't be whatever, just point out stuff. But anyway, but I will call out things like I said, like I did the WTF, like I said about the season pass for fighting games, how I don't like that, and also, and again, Nintendo's a part of this too. So that's to say, it's not a oh, Nintendo ain't doing nothing bad. It's a gaming thing that's for pet peeves of stuff. So that's what I'm gonna call it. WTF from now on would be kind of that kind of situation. I don't like I don't like certain games out there. I'm not against the game got created. Don't get it twisted. But I am. I never saw the appeal, and I get it because people was games I play. People never see the appeal for me too. But I never saw the appeal, and why Fortnite took off. And good for people who played and enjoyed. I just don't like that. I hear people try to imitate art, but they don't imitate art for the art's sake. They imitate art for the money's sake, and it's getting crazy. Now I won't play this whole video. I'm just gonna point out this part right here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And I've not played a wrestling game in forever. The last my peak wrestling days were back when wrestling was interesting to me too. WrestleMania 2000 was a game I used to. NWO was WCW, all that. That was all great, but That was my butter better back then. Now I don't even know, and I don't even care who played. But anyway, let's see how gaming now has gotten with wrestling.
Have you ever been playing a classic wrestling game?
Yep.
Maybe you're playing SmackDown vs. Raw or 2K14 and you're just having a blast. And then you thought to yourself, I really wish this game had a Fortnite-styled battle pass. Oh no? You haven't? Well, the evil corporate overlords over at 2K thought it was a fantastic idea. That's right, for just the low price of $230, you are now...
Okay, I want to point this out as well too. Yeah, I am not a fan of 2K. You all know that already, and I'm not a fan of 2K. And TOK also that also owns WWF as well, WWE now. Like I know people are like, oh, wrestling now feels too scripted that it just blech. The policies off of it is too stupid. I can't watch wrestling now. I never, I could have watched it just maybe a couple of years ago. I was like, oh, okay, but since, and I know people don't like Vince McMahon, but I'm sorry. Love him or hate him, the man did do a good job of making good wrestling shows back in the day. I'm sorry. Point taken. I didn't take into the new generation of 2014 and 2000 up to 2000 maybe 18. I didn't watch none of that stuff. That was like peak John Cena and stuff like that. I didn't really watch that, but I watched a little bit after when the COVID happened. He was at the house. I watched a little bit then. I was like, okay, I'm getting back into it. I'm liking what's going on. And then when he sold it and they took over, it's like, oh, that's just back to garbage because it became more plastic. It wasn't a family setup kind of stuff. And I mean not family like family show, but like they like go out there and find out right now. Remember back in the 90s and early 2000s when he used to do the big sets. He used to have the fists, the SmackDown. He used the fist over the arm or Halloween. Even WCW used to have the bash the beach. You have the beach to the side and everything, all that other stuff. Now they just got screens. It's soulless. It's just like gaming. It's becoming more and more soulless.
Granted the absolute privilege to grind through a ringside pass for illustrious items like wrestlers that were unlocked for free in previous games, or some useless MyFaction crap, or even Black Hulk Hogan. The possibilities are endless, and of course, if you don't want to grind a battle pass in your wrestling game, you can always just skip the tiers, and oh hey look, it only costs 130 more dollars to do so. Okay, so just to be clear, if you buy the Monday Night Wars edition of the game, aka the most expensive version, plus you skip the tiers because you just want to unlock everything right away for $130, and then knowing there's going to be 6 seasons in total for the life cycle of this game, that will make your grand total, and bear with me here, drum roll please, Earth.
That is
There's only
ridiculous.
one in its hour.
That is ridiculous right there. 6 seasons, and like I said, I'm getting sick of tired of it. Even Nintendo, I'm saying Nintendo, like I don't care. This season shit is annoying.
1,000 dollars.
Yep.
Now, I have been showing the prices in Canadian for not only dramatic effect, but also because I live in Canada. But if you do conversions, it's still $739 USD, or about 630 euros. If you get the highest edition plus buy the content locked behind
one game, and y'all bitched about having a Nintendo Switch. What's wrong with y'all people?
Ringside ass. Now look, to back things up here for a brief moment, I'm not one of those people that are gonna hate on a game for no reason. I'm not gonna sit here and say that WWE 2K26 is a bad wrestling game, because it's not. In fact, it's a great wrestling game. Tons of different match types, nice new additions, the gameplay is smooth and the graphics are good. It is kind of funny that they felt the need to put a little symbol next to new things to let people know what they actually added this year. But yeah, like I said, I'm not one of those people that expect them to reinvent the wheel every year. I was actually gonna keep this channel's yearly tradition going and simply review the showcase mode and see if it's been approved or if it's booty cheeks like it's been many times in the recent past, excluding last year. But you know when you just purchase something and you feel dirty, you just feel filthy giving into corporate greed? That's the exact feeling I got when I saw this new ringside pass. And it's not just me saying it.
Other people say it.
prominent members of the 2K community have spoken about it too. We've transitioned from having all hair customization available annually to seeing 20% of the selection locked behind a paywall. Worse yet, players will have to repurchase old hairs they have already paid for in WWE 2K25. Charging for new hair is one thing, I get it, but monetizing old hairs? There is nothing consumer friendly about that, man. And it's things like this that give modern gaming such a bad rap, more often than not. It's become way less about actual innovation and fun, but rather the most effective monetization funnels. How can we squeeze more dollars out of these peasants?
Oh my god, a new Mystery My Faction pack in the ringside ass? This is so freaking dopamine inducing and cool. Time to steal my mom's credit card.
The only reason I'm making a big deal about this is because this is the very first year they actually added this. In previous games, you would just unlock characters and arenas and stuff in respective modes. And yes, that still exists, but now things that were available from the get-go in last year's game, like actual wrestling moves, are locked behind hours and hours of grinding a paid battle pass in a full AAA priced game. This is the kind of shit you see in free mobile games. You know, the ones that never actually look like how they look in the ads?
Exactly.
Thank you for saving me. This is your reward.
So allow me to break this down for you. Every tier of the ringside ass takes 800 RXP to complete. That will remain constant throughout all 40 tiers. Each match you play, at minimum, gives you 100 RXP on a win. So to complete one tier, you need to win 8 matches. Assuming you only win matches, and each match takes about 5 minutes on average, you have to win 320 matches, which will take you 1600 minutes, or about 26 hours. So to complete all 6 seasons of the ringside ass, assuming your matches only take 5 minutes, it will take you 160 hours of grinding to complete all seasons. There have been reports of players playing through the entire showcase mode, both of the Mirai stories, and 40 plus matches of Universe mode to be able to complete the one single season. Just a quick editor's note here. While in the editing process of this video, 2K actually updated the game and patched out the method that people were spamming to gain max RXP to go through the pass as quick as possible. So now when a match is less than 60 seconds, you basically get 30% of what you were originally getting. Besides the patch, they changed the XP rates and increased them by 20%, but I'm still keeping the original section in this video because all my points still stand. So they increased the XP rates by 20%. So what? They also patched the fastest way to go through the pass. This is still the most anti-consumer practice ever, and what's hilarious is it only takes 2K 2 days to patch something that will make them lose money, and yet there's still glitches in the game that have been present in the series since 2K22, like universe match cards being reset after you exit the mode and come back. Funny how they get right on it when it involves them losing money though. There is zero reason why a $100 plus game has a battle pass, especially at these slow ass rates. It just isn't feasible long term. People have jobs. People have shit to do outside of grinding their second job. The second job being the 2K26 Battle Pass. I've legit never once accumulated more than 100 hours in a wrestling game. And I'm a gamer. For your average person who can only play a couple times a week, it just isn't feasible, man. Not to mention, everything you're grinding for will literally be gone next year, and you'll have to do it all over again. It's just depressing.
That's what,
it becomes less about having fun matches and more about finding methods to cheese the system and win matches as fast as possible so you can just get through it as quick as possible. There's already guides on methods to get the most and fastest XP per match. This isn't what a wrestling game should ever be. There's only so many times I can beat up BFAB before it just becomes brain numbing. And it's sad because like I said, 2K26 is genuinely a great wrestling game. For example, Showcase mode is pretty solid this year again. And like, how are you gonna have a CM Punk Showcase mode and not have Cena vs Punk at Money in the Bank 2011? I get they already did that in a previous game, but it's literally one of the most iconic WWE matches of all time, let alone just in Punk's career. I low-key think it might be because deep down they know it would further expose how much better Showcase mode used to be in the older games. Or maybe because that one mystery man appears. I forget his name.
Well, it ain't him, that's for sure.
Your investments are...
No chance in hell.
So yeah, there's a lot to like about 2K26, but in all honesty, there's really no point into diving into each mode of this game for me. The greediness of the monetization this year inherently stains all the other aspects of the game, no matter how good they may be. So in the interest of fairness...
And the thing, I'm playing, right now, I'm playing the demo, which I'll buy the game, of Monster Hunter 3, and I'm doing all this stuff, and I gotta pay nothing else. Because once I buy the game and stuff like that, 2K is sleazy. That's laziness. I could change my hairstyle, I could change my clothes, I could change my eyes, I could change everything in that. Man, I'm telling you, yeah. This is what you gamers wanted. Again, I gotta point out what you guys wanted. This is what y'all wanted. You wanted this crap.
I think the Battle Pass greed this year gives players every single right to nitpick and complain about details and inaccuracies.
Right. But are they going to do anything about it?
Like,
no.
It was bad enough paying full premium price for an annual sports game and seeing various inaccuracies and gripes, but now we're paying potentially hundreds of dollars, and we have to accept models being completely off, arenas being totally inaccurate, a weird low-effort mix of real-life renders and in-game ones during the selection screen, with many of the models being just wrong, entrance music being wrong, Titantrons being wrong and not shaped to fit, lighting being off, separating the community creations of consoles and PCs, having two different greedy monetized slop game modes to coincide with the ringside ass, historical logos being wrong, historical entrance motions, or the cover star of the game, mind you, being completely wrong, the fourth commentator sitting at ringside for some random f***ing reason. Okay, yeah, you get the point. And of course, there will be people that say that all we do is bitch and complain every year, but for the most part, I didn't really care for the nitpick stuff in the previous years. But now, with the introduction of this filth,
you could do one thing. Stop buying the game. Just as many people was saying, oh, don't buy the Switch. Again, don't buy the game and you'll be all right. You'll be down for the cause, man.
Putrid filth. We need to speak up and tell them we won't accept anything but AAA standards from now on.
Oh, please. What is AAA standards?
As long as this scam side, ringside ass is around, we will not accept low effort anymore. And you know, it's actually kind of ironic. When TKO and WWE is being their greediest and pricing out fans of the real WWE product with insane ticket costs, the video game hits an all-time greedy peak as well. I wouldn't even doubt that it's TKO who made the call to add the Battle Pass system too. No, like, we need to genuinely just take a look at the ringside ass one last time. Just look at this. Look what you need to pay and grind for. You need to pay to get certain moves. And of course, it's all completely padded out with pointless shit like a Mr. Iguana My Faction wallpaper.
What?
Or maybe you want to play as Undertaker 2003, and so we unlock him at tier 14. So we have three options here. We can either A, play this artificially long grind, B, pay $40 to skip the tiers, or C, close the game and go play a game that has this exact same model with no artificial grind.
Winner,
and it might be better. Basically, that's what it is. And I'll leave it at that. That's what I said. They're not only hitting these types, they hitting 2K games. I just don't mess with them at all. So y'all could go ahead. NBA, NFL, whatever. I apologize. NBA, NFL, whatever. I don't care. That's not my shit. I never wanted to be a part of that crap. And again, season pass is sucking. Y'all want them season pass shit. I don't want that shit at all. So I'll leave that to the rest of y'all. Y'all live your life. But anyway, your boy's back. I'm going to try and put some movies, some videos up. Again, check out some stuff, and I'll catch y'all next time. But that said, remember, there's no perfect games out there. What's perfect is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Simply enjoy games on all consoles, including PC. Peace out.